Welcome back to the channel, everyone. Today's video is probably, I would say, the most exciting video I've made so far. Why? We're going to talk about Universal Accounting Center, right? The place where I work. I think so many people go the traditional route of school, right? They get the accounting degree, they become a CPA, and what do you know? They end up back at our school, actually, which is amazing. I just like to say that most people are one skill away from changing their entire life, but they never realize it because nobody explains the accounting industry correctly. People think accounting's boring. They think accounting, they think accountants just sit behind a desk and do spreadsheets all day. Well, that is not the real game, okay? The real game is becoming the trusted financial advisor that businesses depend on. This is what we teach over here at Universal Accounting Center. And I want you to understand something. We are not just teaching accounting. We are teaching people how to build a real business. All right? That means income, freedom, reoccurring revenue, confidence, clients, systems, sales, communication, leadership. And that's why we call it becoming an accountrepreneur. So one of the programs that we offer is the Professional Tax Preparer Certification. It comes with the tax software. It's a very hands-on program. Most people knock it out in about 2 to 6 weeks. We teach you the tax skill, the skill of taxation, but we also teach you business. So after the program, you receive a tax coach and a business coach. And yes, it is IRS backed and approved. Okay, we have been a school for almost 50 years. So let's start with the tax program. All right. Taxes are one of the fastest ways to generate income because taxes are required, right? Hey, I want a job that will always be there. Well, I don't know. Try doing taxes, okay? So every year, individuals need taxes done. Business owners need taxes done. People panic about the IRS. Businesses fear making mistakes, and people will feel certainty. Guys, they look for certainty, okay? That's human psychology. They want an expert. Who's that become? That becomes you. So at Universal Accounting Center, our program teaches individual tax returns, business returns, deductions, tax law fundamentals. You're going to get real-world hands-on experience, so by the time you do your first tax return, you have that competence and confidence that you need. Right? And we're going to cover compliance, client communication, preparation in terms of systems, the right systems to run. But here's what makes us different from everyone else, okay? We do not just throw information at you, we help you apply it. So you'll receive a coach, a mentor, support, guidance, accountability. So you're not learning alone by any means. And that matters because confidence, right, is built through repetition and guidance. Most people are capable, they just need someone to show them the path, and this is what our coaches do. They answer the questions, they help simplify concepts, they help students stay on track, they help students move forward, right? If you have questions and you're out in the real world, you can call your tax coach. I mean, imagine actually having a tax coach. That support changes everything. So the next thing that we offer, which was one of the actual very first program our school offered back in the 70s when we got started, it was bookkeeping. So let's talk about bookkeeping for a second. Well, bookkeeping is where accounting becomes a business. Accounting is the language of business, okay? Because taxes only happen once a year, guys, bookkeeping happens every month. Right? So what does that do? That creates reoccurring revenue. And this is where financial freedom starts becoming real. What does a bookkeeper do, Nathan? I get asked all the time. Okay, well, just so you understand, all a bookkeeper does is track income, track expenses, payroll, reconcile accounts, understand profitability. Not how to improve it, just understand it, right? Organize financials, improve cash flow visibility. So now understand the psychology behind this. The business owners are overwhelmed, okay? Most business owners do not understand their numbers. They know that they're busy, but they do not know if they're actually profitable. Now, what does that do is that creates stress, okay? And what we want is a good bookkeeper. What's a good bookkeeper do? Removes confusion, okay? So you become value when you start bringing clarity. When clarity creates trust. So at Universal Accounting Center, In our bookkeeping program, you're going to get 2 certifications: professional bookkeeping certification and the QuickBooks specialist certification. You're going to learn professional bookkeeping, full charge bookkeeping. All right, you're going to be a QuickBooks specialist, reporting, workflows, client management. My gosh, I can keep going. How to get bookkeeping clients, how to create monthly reoccurring revenue. Now let's think realistic, okay? One bookkeeping client at $500 per month, that's $6,000 a year. 10 clients, that's $60,000 per reoccurring. That means money coming in monthly, predictable revenue, stability, all the things that matter, okay? And here's the important part, guys. Most people never build wealth because they only chase transactional income. Reoccurring revenue is what changes your life. Just think about it. For 1 month, I can charge $500 to $800, and it only takes me 8 hours of work. It's literally a no-brainer to do bookkeeping, okay? And advisory. So just think, bookkeeping, reporting the past, advisory, shaping the future. So advisory services, you charge $2,000 per engagement. People have no problem paying you that. And actually, it's around $2,500 because you're doing bookkeeping and advisory, right? Now you're advising them on how to improve the cash flow. So no one minds paying you that kind of money, $2,500, $2,700, whatever, because you're helping their business bring in $10,000, right? So we move into the highest level, which is the advisory. And this is where the accountants become business consultants. And at Universal Accounting Center, we teach this through our Profit and Growth Expert program, also known as PGE. Just know all our programs are self-paced. That bookkeeping, most people knock that out in 4 to 6 weeks. You do have over a year to finish all our programs. This program right here, Profit and Growth, has 60 hours in it. Okay, most people finish that in 4 to 6 weeks. So this is the best program because it teaches you. This is essentially where you should help businesses increase profits, improve cash flow, reduce waste, understand KPIs, improve pricing, build growth strategies, okay, make smarter decisions. And this is where the industry changes because owners, guys, they don't just want reports anymore, results. Well, they've always wanted results, but now they're more focused on you working with you and you helping them get the results they want. So what do they truly need and want? More money, better systems, less stress, growth, direction. So by having this certification, you become the person helping them accomplish that, okay? That is why advisory services command higher pricing. You're helping businesses grow. You're not just recording numbers. So how these three work together, now let me show you how real accounting firms scale. Tax gets the clients, bookkeeping keeps them, advisory grows them. I call that an ecosystem, right? And once you understand this, you realize accounting is not small. It is one of the greatest business opportunities in the world because every business needs taxes. Every business needs financial organization, profit guidance. That is why accounting firms become so powerful. Why people fail. Why people fail. Write it down. I want to tell you. Why do most people fail? Let's be honest. Most people do not fail because they're not smart enough. They fail because they lack guidance. They lack confidence. They overthink. They fear selling. They fear charging money. They fear rejection. And guys, that's why mentorship matters. If you get our Profit and Growth program, literally go to Universal Accounting Center. You get Roger as our coach, the president of the company. He's a handsome, bald guy with glasses. Him? Now you get him as your coach, right? He's been doing this over 30 years. So we focus heavily on the coaching, the mentorship, the business strategy, the communication, the practice building, the real world application. Because you have to understand that skills alone do not create success. It's the application. That creates success is application, but just understand, you can learn everything in the world, but action is what creates results. Okay, so who's our program good for? Everyone. Okay, everyone. Program's great for everybody, right? Beginners, career changes, parents, corporate professionals, CPAs, people tired of living paycheck to paycheck, people wanting freedom, entrepreneurs, lots of wives, maybe their husband owns a business. They want to do bookkeeping for the husband. Well, program's perfect for you. Any and all, right? You do not need, you don't need to have everything figured out. I just want you to know that. You just need to have the courage and the willingness to learn and execute at a high level. So if you're serious about starting your own firm, learning taxes, building bookkeeping revenue, becoming an advisor, creating freedom through accounting, then schedule a strategy meeting with me. I'll help you map that out. Where you are now, where you want to go, which certifications fit your goals, how to build your income plan. And if you have questions, just email me directly. I genuinely want to help people build something real, because this industry changed my life and it can change yours too. So listen carefully. The accounting industry is exploded, all right? Businesses are desperate for financial help, tax help, cash flow guidance, profit strategy, trusted advisors. So the opportunity is massive. There's no better time than now to get into accounting. Okay? There's that saying, the best time to plant a tree 20 years ago, the best time is now. So the opportunity is massive. The question is not whether opportunities exist. The question is whether you are willing to become the professional that businesses need. So, because if you commit, guys, you're going to learn, execute, and stay consistent. What you will build is a business, reoccurring revenue, freedom, confidence, and a legacy. It's bigger than accounting. It's about becoming the accountrepreneur. So go enroll in our programs. Change your life. You're welcome. Hopefully after watching this video, you give us a call. Why stay stuck when in 6 months from now you can have your first client? It's literal nonsense. Okay, so like, subscribe. I'll see you in the next video.